this week, really. It's been the week that sucked. 3 pounds of shit in a 2-pound bag, as my grandmother would say, with maybe a couple of little sprinkles on top.
If you're a Marvel fan, bad time to be a Marvel fan.
Yeah. We got Pete joining us, and you remember Rich from the Block Party episode. Before we get into the comics, we're going to start talking about Superman Blackest Night #2, which is pretty good. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys a letter from our good buddy Russell, who wrote to us with his thoughts on Blackest Night. And basically, let me try to summarize this for you. He was theorizing that this guy, Krona, who was one of the Guardians, who he said, albeit one who looked like he was doing a massive dose of steroids, was this evil Guardian who apparently wanted to see the creation of the universe back during the original Crisis on Infinite Earths. He was the Guardian he was the guy who was apparently the one responsible for the existence of the multiverse. He wanted to see the creation of the universe. He wanted to be there from the start to watch it happen. And essentially, he winds up hooking up with Necron after...
Explain who Necron was, because when we were reading this before, I was kind of like, who's Necron?
Okay.
And you...
For any of you guys who don't know, Necron was this Z-list Green Lantern villain who DC has already basically told us, by revealing the cover to Blackest Night #5, that he's the guy behind Black Hand. He's the one controlling the Black Lanterns. And our buddy Russell here theorizes that, since DC let this information go early, there's got to still be some kind of big reveal yet to happen. And basically, in current continuity, Russell says, the consequences of Krona's actions led to the creation of the antimatter universe in Quar. After this, his fellow Guardians banished him to exist in an energy form, forever wandering the universe. Krona's energy eventually found its way to the land of the dead, opening a portal in reality and allowing Necron to see into our universe. And Necron basically said, oh, that looks interesting, I'd like to kill everybody there. So this is kind of like, well, okay, you get to kill everybody and make the universe into dead things, and I get to see the creation of a new universe. So, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So these guys wind up teaming up. They stop them, obviously, through the Green Lantern Corps stops them. A couple of Guardians die in the process. And Russell goes on to say, seeing as how Necron has been revealed, it seems to me that there's got to be something left. It was basically, he's theorizing that Krona's energy was the thing that's connecting the Black Lantern rings, which we saw in the most recent issue of Blackest Night, where the Atom went into the ring, and he said there's some kind of weird energy connecting the rings to most likely a central power battery. It's probably Krona's literally life force energy that is making this connection. So we don't know this yet, but we'll eventually see what happens with it. Good theory, Russell. I did not know who Krona was because I read Crisis on Infinite Earths a while ago. I don't remember it, and frankly, anything with the word crisis in it, I'm pretty abhorrent to at this point.
Actually, Russell should be the one writing for DC.
What's Final Crisis? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But is it kind of interesting with Russell's theory here that once again the Guardians are the ones who stirred the shit?
Absolutely.
And set everything in motion. These little blue fuckers are screwing up the whole universe.
Also, a cool reveal has been Guy Gardner will eventually become a Red Lantern. Probably a lot of you guys heard that on either Newsarama or elsewhere. In one of the previous issues of Green Lantern Corps, he was shown to have a completely red aura. My guess is the thing that's going to throw him over the edge will be somebody's going to kill Ice. I think one of these Black Lanterns is going to kill
I'll go with you on that one. I can see that happening.
And I think that'll be pretty cool, actually, because Guy Gardner's always been a badass. He's always been that guy who loses his temper. Seeing him as a Red Lantern
makes sense. It makes sense.
It's the next logical step, and it's probably going to be something that kind of dethrones Atrocitus as their leader and brings the Red Lantern Corps together with the Green Lanterns, because obviously we know from listening to the Indigo Lanterns that it's only through the combination of all the spectrums of light that they're going to be able to defeat the Black Lanterns in the first place. Have I lost any of you guys out there yet?
Of course I have.
Fair enough. Okay. Sorry, Rich.
I'll have to explain it a third time to him later after we're done. So.
Pretty much. Essentially, Krona is probably this evil Guardian besides Scar is probably the link between the Black Lantern rings and the power battery. He's probably the guy who turned the Anti-Monitor's skull into the power battery. Hopefully we'll figure all this out soon. And we'll see what happens to Guy Gardner. We're left wondering what's going on. Russell asks if we think the Atom may be offered a place on the Indigo Tribe at some point. because apparently that girl, she thought he was like very compassionate, so she's like, oh wow, and everything with compassion, we'll see. But and apparently Stardom Yacht is dead. What's going to go on with Ion? Russell thinks maybe the next Ion will be Arisia or Jon Stewart, and just kind of try to thin the ranks of all of these Earthling Green Lanterns. And I agree, you know, Earth does have 4 of them, and you know,
it's a good idea because there's way too many of everybody running around. Actually,
so we'll see what happens. Blackest Night has yet to disappoint any of us.
Yep.
And let's just hope it continues to ride that trail, guys.
See how it keeps going. So we want to talk about the Blackest Night.
Absolutely, Superman Blackest Night. I thought it was really good. Obviously, Supergirl's father, Jor-El. Jor-El, did I get that right?
Zor-El.
I always do that.
Jor-El is Superman's
Is
father.
Superman's dad. He's running around New Krypton, basically looking to kill everybody. The Psycho Pirate all of a sudden appears in Smallville.
Out of
He's dead.
nowhere.
Out of nowhere, absolutely. He just appears on a page and starts turning everybody nuts. There's a big old fight with.
I like the fact that they're showing, you know, like the Superman, Supergirl, and everything is showing, like we were talking earlier about how they got all the different.
They've got a blend of all the emotions.
Yeah.
So that's
There you go, right there.
I hold to the idea that Superman and the Kryptonians might be a big player in the whole Blackest Night thing.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen where they'll have a way to defeat him.
I'm really, really enjoying this. So far, it seems that only the Indigo Lanterns can remove the black rings and, you know, basically return the bodies to the dead. So, and next issue,
great.
Martha Kent gets gangsta on the dead Lois. She's gonna go set this bitch on fire.
That was good. That was good.
I mean, Lois is only human, so she can't have any fucking superpowers.
Nope.
Right.
How hard could it be? Just don't let the bitch bite you or nothing like that.
Well, this isn't like the Rage virus in 28 Days later.
So zombies invade DC.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. George Romero.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he was in it somehow.
They
It
really
wouldn't be,
should.
but why the hell not?
What? They'll make George Romero a Black Lantern? Come on.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Pete from the basement back again. Want to talk to you real quick about DreamHost.com. This is the server that we use to bring you Pete's Basement every week. We want to thank them for over a year and a half now of exemplary service. And I want to let you guys know that if you're looking to build a web page for yourself, no matter what it is, I highly recommend you check these guys out. You get unlimited email accounts, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited disk space, so you can make the page as big as you freaking want it to be. All of this at only $9 a month. You really can't go wrong. We use them, and because we like them so much, if you use the special Pete's Basement code that should be appearing on the bottom of the screen right now, you get $50 off your first order, guys. DreamHost.com. Thank you for your great service, and thanks for hosting Pete's Basement. Check them out, guys. DreamHost.com. We're done. I can honestly say
This was good.
I finally enjoyed a Superman book.
Hey.
Besides Blackest Night, Superman
heard it here
Secret
first,
Origins
folks.
surprised me.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna pick it up. Gary Frank was a big selling point, seeing him back on Superman. It was just a fun read. It's a fun story of Clark Kent when he's a young kid.
If I can say.
Yeah.
I've been collecting comics now 20-something years. You know, usually the only time I collect Superman rather, is whenever something big comes along with Superman titles. Outside of that, we were talking about how hard it is to really write somebody
Superman,
like
right.
Superman. And this was just, there were some really, really funny instances.
Seeing him put the costume on for the first time.
Priceless.
Some seriously classic writing, guys.
Absolutely.
Who wrote it?
It's,
Jeff Johns. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Done deal.
Exactly.
Explain.
Get this. It's only going to be 6 issues. The first one was fantastic. I can only imagine that the next 5 will be just as good.
Can I start us off on this?
You absolutely can.
All right.
Marvel time.
Marvel time. Amazing Spider-Man.
The only thing good is the Scott Campbell cover.
Yeah, it's a cover. Yep.
Spider-Man, I am a huge fan of Spider-Man, and I gotta tell you,
We all
if
are.
it wasn't for the fact that I have almost every friggin' issue, I would stop